Hello everyone and welcome to my PHP tutorial on variables. The first thing about variables is that you must think of them as containers that hold information and that they are very useful in PHP as lots of scripts and functions you will write will require variables and they will allow you to make your web page more dynamic. There are some rules with PHP variables. The first rule is that variables must always start with a $sign character followed by the variable name. This name must either start with a letter or an underscore character, and they must never start with a number, as this will cause an error. The letter at the start can be lowercase or uppercase, and the entire name is allowed to contain A to Z characters that are uppercase or lowercase, a number from 0 to 9, or the underscore characters, or the underscore character, with no other special characters allowed. PHP variables are also case sensitive. So a variable called x, that is lowercase, and one that is called x with uppercase are two different variables and they can hold two different pieces of information. PHP is also a loosely typed language, which means the variable type does not need to be declared as it does in other languages like C++. Instead, PHP automatically converts the variable data type to the correct one depending on the variable's value. So first thing is I'm going to make a variable that holds the number 2014, which is this year. So I'm going to type in variable, $, then year, equals, and then I will assign it the value 2014, and at the end I will put a semicolon. So now if I save this, open my localhost server. If you do not know how to set up a localhost server, please check out my previous video, which will be in the description box and an annotation on the screen, and I will show you how to set up this localhost server with MAMP server. I will scroll down to my projects and then click on variables. This is the page I just was editing, and you can see there's nothing on the screen, and that is because I have not echoed out anything to be displayed. To display this value on the screen, I will enter a new line and type in echo $year semicolon, and now this will echo whatever is in this variable year, which should be 2014. So now it says here 2014. What if I wanted to echo out a variable with some text? So I'm going to create a new variable with value text, and I will use double quotes and type in hello world. So I'm going to change this variable here to text, click on save, and here when I refresh it should say hello world, and it does there. But now what if I wanted to add some text with this variable? So I'm going to delete all this and create a new variable called name, which is equal to Bob, and close this with a semicolon. So now I'm going to echo my name is $name semicolon. So here I'm going to echo with double quotes here, my name is, and then PHP will take this and find the value of this variable name. So when I save and refresh, it will say my name is Bob. Now there are two ways that you can you can echo out text onto the screen, and that is either with double quotes like this or with single quotes like this. Now I'm going to show you what happens if you try and echo out this piece of text but with single quotes. So if I change this to single quotes now and save that and refresh this, you will see that instead of saying my name is Bob, it says my name is $name. So PHP hasn't found the value of name in the variable. To get around this, what I'm going to do is concatenate this variable with the previous string of text. So I'm going to delete this quote there and add it here. So now it's going to say my name is, and then it leaves a space for the name of Bob, and I'm going to put a space here and then a full stop. Now this full stop joins these two together in something called concatenation. So now when I save it, it now will say my name is Bob. Now the reason there are two different ways of echoing out something, one with double quotes and one with single quotes, is that sometimes you want to echo out HTML tags or HTML code. So now let me show you what happens when you try and echo out HTML code using the double quotes. So now if I echo and then I use double quotes, semicolon. So if I want to echo out a link, I'm going to do a href, the anchor tag, and I'm going to use double quotes for the href, http://www.bing.com. Then I will close it and type in Bing here and close the anchor tag. So now if I save this and preview it, what we would expect is a link to appear. But instead there is an error on line 2 because PHP has found an unexpected HTTP. And the reason for this is, what we would notice is that it starts here and ends here, and there is some HTML code in the middle. But PHP looks at this differently, and what it reads is it starts here and it ends here at this double quote here. And this text afterwards is something that PHP will not recognize, and that is why it's generated an error here. So a way to get around this is to use something called an escape, which is the / character. And if I add this in here to both double quotes, what this tells PHP is that the character after this escape character should be regarded as normal text and not PHP commands, so not PHP double quotes here. So now when I save this and refresh, you see here we get a link to Bing. Now let's see if we can do the same thing but with double quotes. So now if I delete this and type in single quotes, sorry, not double quotes, and then I do ahref equals and then 2 double quotes http://www.bing.com, close the anchor and type in Bing / there, and here what we will see is that it starts here and ends here, and because single quotes and double quotes are two different things, when PHP reads this it will not have the same error as before where it thinks it will end here. So now when I save this and refresh, we still have the link to Bing. This concludes the PHP Variables tutorial. Thank you for watching. Please comment, rate and subscribe.